Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So I have a problem. I keep buying LTT stuff and today is no exception. I have purchased the LTT Commuter backpack. As you can see, the Danish post office has definitely done some stuff to the package. Hopefully the backpack is fine. I do have the original OG LTT backpack here and I've been very happy with it. So I thought when they came out with the new one, that I would give it a try. I purchased it in December and it finally arrived, and now it's March 19th. So yeah, let's just crack it open. So we'll open it from the side that isn't completely ruined. And we'll try not to dig into the backpack itself. I did also buy the precision screwdriver set, which I hope is still in here. Backpack and yep. So okay, that's interesting. So the screwdriver is already unboxed. You can see it here. So that's what the screwdriver looks like. And the handle, the fidget spinner handle. I don't really care about the fidget spinner part. And then we have the sticker pack and the bit storage. So if you take a look at the bottom of the package here, we can open it up. And that's what it looks like. So we see LTT here, and then this is magnetic, so it closes up pretty nicely. And we can put in the LTT screwdriver here. To compare it with, here I have a iFixit kit, and you can see it's definitely a bit shorter. It's about the same thickness, and it's also a bit less wide. So yeah, it's a bit smaller form factor than iFixit. Of course, if we compare it in terms of the selection, you can see we don't have an extension with the LinusTechTips kit. And yeah, I think we have about the same selection of bits. Looks pretty similar. But yeah, this one is very convenient to have at home, but it takes quite a lot of space in the bag, especially if you have the full Protect toolkit. Whereas this, it's pretty compact. So I can have this and then the regular LTT screwdriver in my backpack, and then yeah, it's a bit more compact than the full-size Protect toolkit. You can see also in the lid here, there are some spaces where you can put screws, and then there's a larger space. Moving on, we can now continue with the backpack itself. So it comes in this nice plastic to keep moisture out. And the handle here, remove the plastic. So that's what it looks like. If we just hold the original one, we can see it's a bit thinner. Of course, there's nothing in it. If we look at the width, we can see it's a bit slimmer this way. Maybe it's easier if we hold it up like so. You can see it is a bit slimmer. I don't know how well it comes up on camera. Almost the same height. It's a bit shorter, but yeah, almost the same. But this one is going to be very nice because it's not as square as the original one. So when you're standing in the metro with a lot of people, you're not taking up the whole metro with your backpack. If we have a look at the straps here, they seem pretty similar. They're not as wide. Yeah, you can see that. So they're a bit narrower. The spacing between them seems about the same. And then yeah, the handle is not only has 2 rings, but it's also a lot thinner handle. the handle on the OG one is very stiff, whereas this one is pretty thin. Not that it's thin enough so you wouldn't trust it, it's just a lot more flexible and it goes flat. So we take out bag of air. Okay, so if we open up the computer pocket here, you can see it opens up pretty far, so you can see inside and see what's laying down at the bottom. And there's some candy. Then this one also opens up pretty far. You can see here, it's a big bag of holding in here. So later in this video I'm gonna be moving over all of my stuff, and yeah, then I can show you how well my stuff fits in. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty spacious. So there are some pockets along the side here, and I think this is even for this is a screwdriver pocket, and then I could keep my mouse or something here. And then this, I think, yeah, this one is pretty deep, so this is like the depth of my hand probably. There's no pockets on the inside here, but there is a pocket here, which you could put your glasses into. I think that's what they do. Or I could put my work phone or something in there. What else? There should be an AirTag pocket somewhere. I don't know where it is actually. So on the side you can see the water bottle holder, and I think it's even big enough that the one problem I had with the OG backpack is the the 40 ounce water bottle doesn't fit very well into the OG backpack because it's not very stretchable. And what I mean is, if we have a look at the OG here, so in here I have just an umbrella, but this space here doesn't fit the 40 ounce very well because it doesn't stretch a lot. Yeah, you can see that. So I never kept my water bottle in that because it didn't fit very well. So that's why I just have an umbrella there. And you can also see with the OG, it doesn't have a whole lot of pockets here. Instead, it has this compartment on the outside that you can put in stuff. So this also has the screwdriver holder and a bag of holding. I even have a pen, some kind. As I said, I don't use this for work anymore because it's way too big for the metro. And when I bought this, I was working with on-site IT, so I did bring all of my tools from home and stuff. But shortly after buying this, I switched to a new job, and I stopped using this one because I didn't need to bring all my tools to work anymore because I switched to an office job. And yeah, this is too big for the metro, and I didn't fill it up anyway, so it didn't really make sense. Right now I still use it when I travel because it can fit a lot of clothes inside, and I can still have my laptop, my iPad, all my clothes, my whatever, can all fit in that one. But when I want to replace my work bag with this one, because I don't really like the layout of the bag that my work gave me. And yeah, I don't need to bring a lot of tools, so I can have my laptop, my keyboard, and yeah, maybe we should just start filling it up. So I'll just remove the tag here. My third backpack here, we can start moving over some stuff. So this one has my work laptop. This is it's either, I think it's a P14. So it's a 14-inch Lenovo ThinkPad. It's a 14-inch laptop, and you can see it fits in here pretty well. It's it's not gonna fit a 15-inch. We could just try that. So this is an L590, which is a 15.6 inch. And I think, oh, okay, just, no, it doesn't fit. Because I don't think, yeah, so you can see the corners, maybe if you pushed it, but it's not a good fit. So definitely, if you're planning to get this laptop, you should have a 14-inch laptop, not a, there you can see with my work laptop, it fits in perfect. And what you can actually hear with my work bag here is that it hits the floor pretty hard because there's no padding at the bottom. It's just like a single layer. Whereas if we put my work laptop in here, there's actually a bottom padding underneath here, so the laptop doesn't hit the floor directly, which is pretty nice. Anyways, let's carry on moving stuff. So up here there's also some elastic pockets. Maybe you could put your mouse in here. I think it's going to be jammed up against the laptop, so I'm not going to do that. Let's just close it up. I don't know if I'm a fan of the carabiners here. The strings, I've never really liked those. I like the ones on the OG one. Mine haven't been replaced to the new style yet, so I still have the original ones that are prone to breaking. I do have the replacement kit laying around, but I haven't installed it because, well, I haven't had to. Of course, they don't recommend to do it more than once, so I'm not gonna install it and uninstall it and do stuff. But if I wanted to, I could apply that kit to this backpack instead, to have the new zippers on this backpack, and then pray that they're not going to break on my OG backpack. So here I have my MX Mechanical that I use for work. It's a full-size keyboard with numpad and all of that stuff. And I have it in this little carrying case so that the keys don't get jammed into stuff. I had, before I bought the carrying case for it, I did have an instance where a key got stuck in something when I pulled it out of the bag, and I didn't like that very much. So hopefully, yeah, I was kind of expecting this. This is not a great fit. It only barely fits in my current bag, so I'm probably gonna have to lose this carrying case. So just take it out. It should fit in pretty well. Yeah, that fits fine. I'm probably gonna end up just leaving it at work instead of putting it in my backpack, because this is a bit of a stretch even without the carrying case for it. So if you want to carry a keyboard in this backpack, you should probably have the mini version without the numpad and all of that. So yeah, this is a bit of a stretch. So moving on, I have my headphones. Of course they're gonna fit, they just go in the bag of holding. I have my work phone that could go in, oh, there's some carabiners here. Yeah, I think the work phone just goes here. It's pretty nice. Maybe I'm a bit worried about that carabiner doing some nasty stuff, so maybe we put the work phone up here instead. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we put the phone there. There's some pens, some USB cables, some pills for headache. It's always good to have. So, you know, that just goes pretty well in. Okay, this is, okay. So that's pretty nice. I don't know, could you see that? So actually the bag, or the pocket in the middle here, is actually held together by a magnet. So you can put something big in here, or you can, you know, keep it closed like that. And then the two ones beneath it are separate. So I think, like for this stuff, I'm gonna put here pens. I don't know yet. I have some USB-C cables, USB A to C and C to C. These are for my external Samsung SSD. So I've got this one. And I could keep that probably I'm not gonna keep the mouse here maybe. So I'm just gonna put it in the holding chamber here. That's pretty nice. Yep. So digging further, laptop charger, of course that just goes in the bag of holding. I have the LTT screwdriver, blackout edition, and my regular bit storage. So I have some Torx, some hex, some Phillips, and the magnet, and a few flex ones. And there's a pocket made specifically for it, right here. So finally, with this bag, you know, I just kept it in the bag of holding here, which I didn't really like because whenever I needed it, I had to dig all the way to the bottom. And I have a little pouch, papers. They could also go next to in here probably. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Oh, this is also a pocket. Okay, yeah, that's a pocket. Don't know if I'm gonna be using that. So that's it for my backpack. So here I have my mouse, and this one I could remove from the. I also have a little carrying case for it with a USB receiver. And this is a MX Master 3S, so it's one of the ones that have silent clicking. And there's, I think, I'm supposed to put it in here. I'm not wrong. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of jamming the buttons. I don't know if I like that very much. Yeah, that fits pretty nice. So you could put your phone and something else in here. There's also some, like there's the pocket for your laptop here, and then on the outside of that there's another pocket. It's pretty short, so it could, like if you put your iPad in there, it's gonna stick up a lot. And then beneath that there's another pocket with a zipper. It's also pretty short. And this material down here is pretty smooth, so I think you could also just put your tablet down in there, or your it wouldn't really do a Steam Deck very well, but yeah, Steam Deck I would put in the back of holding. And then this could be in here, probably. Because if I'm not gonna keep the mouse there, then probably keeping the SSD is for quick access is better. Yeah, and they can fit next to each other even, so they don't bulge out that much. And the screwdriver is pretty easy to get to once it's in that pocket. But yeah, again, I don't really like this kind of mouse pocket, because maybe if you had a smaller mouse, like one of those cheap Logitech ones, which are pretty small, it would be a lot better. But I think I'm gonna stick to my little AliExpress case for it, just chuck it in the holding bag. Also the laptop charger, I don't use that much, so I don't mind it being at the bottom of the holding bag, because I plug my laptop into a docking station, so I rarely use it anyway. So like all of that just kind of fits there. I mean, it's gonna ruin your keyboard. Yeah, it technically fits, right? But now you're just gonna have all your stuff jamming up against it. So, yeah. I'll just leave it at work and not bring it home each day. But I've also just noticed that the zippers, they don't feel, I don't know how well you can hear it, they feel lower quality. If we take a look at the OG bag and take a listen to the zippers here, they sound very smooth, and they they don't sound like they're binding. Whereas if you take a listen to this one, it kind of sounds like it's binding up, and it's way smaller zippers. They do look like they're water resistant, as with the OG ones, but yeah. I mean, you can tell it's cheaper. I would say the material feels the same. I would say it's probably the same material, but the zippers are just a bit cheaper. You know, of course, it's a feature that it's smaller. It doesn't have that much space. That's a feature. That's a good thing. But yeah, definitely. Maybe they should have spent a bit more on the zippers. I'm not super satisfied with the feel of those. I was expecting it to be the same kind of quality of zippers as the original one, but obviously that's not the case. So we can just put our stuff back. And of course the screwdriver set, which I did buy to have specifically in the backpack, because I already have like 2 iFixit kits at home, so I don't need it at home. But yeah, this sometimes when I've had to repair a laptop on the go, this screwdriver is terrible at repairing laptops and small electronics because it's just way too big for that. So that's why, and of course they know that, so that's why they made the precision screwdriver set. And here I'm gonna have every bit that I could possibly want. I think even, yeah, the cap opens so you can put in more stuff. I'm not gonna do that because why would I? I have the case for it. But yeah, it feels hollow. That's weird. That's a weird feeling. It's like, yeah, compared to an iFixit one, it's like very solid when you put it in. It doesn't feel bad or anything, but this kind of has a hollow feel. I don't know. Yeah. It's different, I guess. One thing that's supposed to be a feature about this is that when you look it up, compared with the iFixit ones, you can see the shaft part of the bit here is way longer. So if you have a recessed screw that you need to get to, this one can reach in further than most bit screwdrivers. Comparing it to a iFixit screwdriver, I'll definitely say that the iFixit is better quality. It just feels, I mean, it is metal, but it just feels hollow. Whereas this one, it feels like it's made of solid material, and it's lighter. This one has a bit of heft to it, not too much, but yeah, it just sounds the same. But when you put in the bit, it's a bit hollow. The magnet is stronger, I would say. Trying to pull it out, this one comes out a lot easier than this one. So you can also assume that it's gonna hold screws a lot more. But it's definitely not up to the same quality as iFixit, which has been making screwdrivers for a long time. That's just my opinion. I haven't used it for an extended period of time, so this is just initial first impressions. But I mean, for a travel screwdriver that you're just gonna have with you, it's fine. I did also just notice that this has like some sort of coating on it. It's like anodized or whatever. It's like matte compared to this one where it's shiny. So that's interesting. Don't know how that's gonna hold up. That might just be how they machined it. I have no idea. But yeah, that's just my first impressions. But to be honest, it's gonna do the job. I'm sure it's gonna do the job just fine. Put it in here. Yeah, that fits pretty well there. And then let's put in the screwdriver there. That fits pretty nice. So there's a bit of a bulge out here, but that's fine. And stash the paper towels next to it. Close up that. So yeah, overall it's fine. It fits what I would expect it to fit. This seems to be made of like the same kind of construction as the OG ones, except actually the OG had this kind of weird fabric in here. So it had this textured fabric, and you can see it actually started tearing just by rubbing against my jacket. And then it has these square foam pads, whereas the new one, they got away with that, the fabric, so it's just some kind of large foam pads and then the same kind of square foam pads. A bit more stiff than the OG, I'd say. Maybe it's just because they're thicker, but maybe it's because the OG is old now. It feels more stiff. You have the same adjustment in the strap here, where you can pull this middle piece down. Yeah, the one thing that I'm not liking so far is the quality of the zippers. They don't feel great. For the price, I mean, it's $150. I bought this in the winter sale, so I got, what was it, $25 off? Yeah, you could hear that. That didn't sound great. It sounded like a cheap bag. This. And now it's stuck, so you have to, and then, yeah, that's not great. But I'm probably only gonna open it so here, and then I just put my hand in, grab whatever. So that just flops in, and you have plenty of. This is not a review at all. This is just first impressions, and you know, overall for $150, I think it's a fair price. Of course, I'm in Denmark, so I had to pay a lot of shipping and then a lot of VAT, and you know, finally it seems that the EU has figured out how to properly handle the import duties, so that so you have to buy it through the website and then you pay the duties through the seller. Usually how it was, you would pay through the seller and then they would charge you again when importing, and then you have to pay a handling fee and all of this dumb stuff. Whereas now it seems that they finally figured out. So when I bought this one, I paid 25% VAT, and then I didn't have to pay anything at the customs. And that's how it's been for the last couple of years, I would say. But yeah, when they implemented this system, it was a mess, and you were double charged and stuff. So I will put the total price I paid up on screen. You know, time will tell if it's worth it, if it's gonna last. I don't have much confidence in the zippers. They seem cheap, but yeah, the poles here, I don't enjoy those much, but you could always switch those out with some other stuff. So you have the kit that they sent for original backpack owners. So it comes with this little tool to pull off the zippers, bend the metal, and then you get the new carabiners. So I could always apply this and hope that, because I'm not too rough with my stuff, so I don't think the ones on the OG backpack are gonna break. But yeah, I really don't like these. Maybe I'll get used to it. I'll see. Anyways, that was it for this video, so hope you enjoyed it, hope you found it informative, and then I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.